Imagine quitting a high-paying Wall Street job to sell books out of a garage and ending up building one of the most powerful companies in human history. Imagine redefining how the world shops, how goods move across the planet, and even how humanity might one day leave Earth. This is the story of Jeff Bezos, a man driven less by comfort than by curiosity, less by fear than by long-term vision. Jeffrey Preston Bezos was born on January 12, 1964, in Albuquerque, New Mexico. His early life was shaped by change. His parents divorced when he was young, and his mother later married Miguel Bezos, a Cuban immigrant who adopted Jeff and gave him his last name. That adoption mattered deeply to Bezos, who has often spoken about the courage it took for Miguel to leave Cuba and rebuild his life from scratch. From an early age, Jeff Bezos showed signs of an intense, analytical mind. As a child, he dismantled household objects just to see how they worked. He spent summers on his grandfather's ranch in Texas, learning practical problem-solving and self-reliance, experiences he would later credit with shaping his thinking. Bezos excelled academically. He graduated as valedictorian of his high school class and went on to Princeton University, where he studied electrical engineering and computer science. He originally considered a career in physics, but ultimately gravitated toward computing, a decision that would quietly align him with the future. After Princeton, Bezos took a series of demanding jobs on Wall Street, working at firms like Fitel, Bankers Trust, and eventually the hedge fund G.E. Shaw. By his early 30s, he had become one of the youngest senior vice presidents in the firm's history. He was successful, well-paid, and secure, and yet something nagged at him. In 1994, Bezos came across a statistic that would change his life. Internet usage was growing at over 2,000% per year. He became obsessed with the implications. He later described this moment as realizing he could either watch this revolution happen or take part in it. Using what he called a regret minimization framework, Bezos asked himself a simple question. When he was 80 years old, would he regret not trying? The answer was clear. He quit his job. Bezos and his wife Mackenzie Scott packed their car and drove from New York to Seattle, writing the business plan for a new company along the way. Seattle was chosen for its access to technical talent and proximity to book distributors. The original idea was simple: sell books online. Books were plentiful, easy to ship, and impossible for physical stores to fully stock. In 1995, Amazon.com was born, run out of a garage with desks made from cheap doors. Bezos personally packed orders and drove them to the post office. From the beginning, he was obsessed with customers. Low prices, wide selection, convenience, speed. Amazon went public in 1997, but Bezos made it clear to investors that profits were not the priority. Growth was. Long-term dominance was. Many critics were skeptical. Amazon lost money year after year, and Bezos was frequently labeled reckless or naive. But Bezos had a different time horizon. He reinvested relentlessly in infrastructure, warehouses, logistics, and technology. Amazon expanded beyond books into electronics, clothing, and nearly everything else. The company built its own fulfillment network, crushing traditional retail advantages. Speed became a weapon. In the early 2000s, Amazon nearly collapsed during the dot-com crash. Many internet companies disappeared. Amazon survived, barely, and emerged stronger. Bezos tightened operations, doubled down on efficiency, and maintained his long-term vision. One of Amazon's most consequential moves came almost quietly: the creation of Amazon Web Services, or AWS, launched in 2006. Originally designed to support Amazon's own infrastructure, AWS offered cloud computing services to other businesses. It would go on to become the backbone of much of the modern internet, powering startups, governments, and global corporations. AWS became Amazon's most profitable division and one of the most important technological platforms of the 21st century. Bezos also pushed into hardware, launching the Kindle in 2007. The device transformed publishing and reading habits worldwide. Later came Alexa, Echo, and a broader push into artificial intelligence, reinforcing Amazon's role not just as a retailer, but as a technology company. As Amazon grew, so did Bezos' wealth and scrutiny. Critics pointed to harsh working conditions in warehouses, aggressive competitive practices, and the destruction of traditional retail jobs. Bezos acknowledged some criticisms, resisted others, and maintained his focus on scale and efficiency. He often described Amazon as being in day one, a mindset emphasizing innovation, urgency, and customer obsession. Day two, he warned, was stagnation, irrelevance, and decline. Beyond Amazon, Bezos pursued a childhood dream: space. In 2000, he founded Blue Origin, a private aerospace company with the long-term goal of enabling millions of people to live and work in space. Unlike Elon Musk's more public approach, Bezos kept Blue Origin relatively quiet, investing billions of his own money over decades. His vision was expansive, not about escaping Earth, but about preserving it. By moving heavy industry off-planet, humanity could protect the environment while continuing to grow. In 2013, Bezos made another unexpected move. He purchased the Washington Post. He insisted the acquisition was personal, not political. Under his ownership, the paper invested heavily in digital journalism and returned to profitability, reinforcing Bezos's belief in long-term thinking even in declining industries. In 2019, Bezos and Mackenzie Scott announced their divorce after 25 years of marriage. The settlement made Scott one of the wealthiest women in the world. She later became known for donating tens of billions of dollars to charitable causes with minimal public fanfare. In 2021, Bezos stepped down as CEO of Amazon, transitioning to executive chairman. By then, Amazon had grown from a garage startup into a trillion-dollar company, employing over 1 million people worldwide. That same year, Bezos flew into space aboard a Blue Origin rocket, fulfilling a dream decades in the making. The flight was brief, but symbolic. A man who had spent his life thinking long-term had finally crossed a boundary he'd imagined since childhood. Today, Jeff Bezos remains one of the most influential figures of the modern era. To admirers, he is a visionary builder who reshaped commerce, technology, and logistics on a planetary scale. To critics, he represents the excesses of corporate power and extreme wealth concentration. Both views contain truth. What sets Bezos apart is not just intelligence or ambition, but patience. He was willing to endure years of criticism, losses, and uncertainty for outcomes most people couldn't yet see. He thought in decades, not quarters. Jeff Bezos once said, "If you do something interesting, you're going to be misunderstood." Few people in history have been misunderstood or impactful on such a massive scale. From a garage in Seattle to the edge of space, Bezos didn't just ride the future, he helped build it.